Yes, YouTube, what is up? We are back with another glorious episode of UK Prison Stories, brought to you by Bolts Bars and a bit of Bird. Apologies for the bad lighting, the darkness and the shadows. There's a dead body in the bed next to me and I don't want to draw attention to it. So I'm keeping the lights off and the curtains shut. Okay, you've got me. Now, before I did that, I was watching a film called Truth or Dare. Did I stream it? No. And guess what it's about? This group of kids go to Mexico and play Truth or Dare. They get tricked into playing it, and if they don't play it, they die. Yeah, it's a bit like Final Destination. Like they're all gonna go, you know they are. And yeah, it's pretty freaky. But it got me thinking how quick things escalate. Yeah, so how some people just can't say no. Yeah, they will always say yes, no matter what the consequences are, if they get in trouble or not. Usually, the trouble is not, if you know what I mean. And especially when you're in prison, yeah, how quick things escalate, and over the minorest things. Why do they escalate? Egos the size of mountains, so-called reputations, perceived reputations, in their mind are huge. You can't be seen to be weak. So they react. That's how. It's a lot why bully. It's a lot like why bullies operate. You know, insecurities, egos that are massive, that need massaging, attention, acting out, getting rid of some form of anger towards someone aimed at someone else, but they can't aim it at that person, so they aim it at the weakling. Dishing out what was done to them. But that wasn't even where I was going with this video, to be fair, about down the bullying road. It was more of the reputation side of it, how minor, tiny little things, insignificant things, become huge and escalate. 2 boys in Bedford, it's boiling hot, and I think the prison either gave out fans. Some prisons do when it's hot. If you ask for a fan, they might have it like when it's really hot. They won't just give it out in the summer. If it's really hot, like a heat wave or something, they'll give them out. Or you can buy them in the canteen. Then it's yours anyway. Only a little fan. What? They get fans? That sort of luxury? Yeah. Blowing a bit of hot air around that humid, stinking, phlegm-infested cell. But yeah, one had one, and one wanted to borrow it. Or let me reel back a little bit. Reeled it back. One nicked it out of someone's cell, and they were sharing it. Yeah, or they both nicked it out of someone's cell. Shock horror. There's thieves in prison, and they nick out of other people's cells. So they took this fan, and they wanted to share it. And it come time for this other geezer to get it. It's a fan. It's a tiny little fan. It's an insignificant fan. Can I borrow that fan? It's my turn tonight. No, you're not having it. Why? Because I want it. It's hot. Or whatever they said. Something along those lines. Next thing you know, they're squaring up to each other on the landing. It's dinner time. They're coming out. They've got their trays in their hand, their plates, their bowls, their knives, their forks. Going downstairs, preparing to get hard-boiled potatoes and a slice of pizza with a pack of those lovely biscuits and an apple. Tea pack, I should say. And instead of getting their grub, they're arguing on the stairs. They're sort of like there's no halfiness about it. They're squaring up fully, and one's gone crack, just nutted the other one in the face. Punches have been thrown. insults have been shouted, suck your mum. The person who got headbutted would have destroyed the other geezer, in all fairness, he would have. But it gets broken up. It's dinner time, innit? People don't want to get banged up behind their door, they want to go and get their dinner. If you get banged up in that sort of situation, like because of a fight, then dinner's going to get brought to your cell probably, and it's going to take an hour, or they're going to let you out after about an hour. It's ridiculous, but it is what it is. People don't want it. People don't want it. They want to go downstairs and get their dinner, so it's sort of got broken up. The screws come running, ushering one away, but as he's going, the one that got nutted, screaming all the obscenities at him. Suck your mum being the obvious one. For those that have never been banged up, I don't know why suck your mum is so hideously offensive in jail. It just is. If you say it to someone, then it's beef for life. It's on site, genuinely, I should say. And that was just that was a quick escalation over a fan, over nothing. I've seen numerous fights. Talking about dinner, keeping to the dinner aspect. The servery is a place of untold misery for some, for letting out of anger for others. They say when you're in prison, don't mess with a man's food or his gym or his association. Yeah, food being a big, massive one of the top one or two. Oh, it's either gym or food. Some geezers who live. It's only prison food, isn't it? Some geezers who live with tins of tuna in their cell. And why not? If you can afford it. It's much more healthier than the slop you're eating down there. What, they get food? Yeah, they get food. People come through the servery. They don't get what they want. It's on. People come through the servery. They want extra. It's on. People walk down, come through the servery, just reach in, grab more bread. It's on. And a lot of it, the screws cause some of it as well, the prison officers. Rudeness. Yeah. Or the unrelenting, unapologetic refusal to admit they've made a mistake, you know. Mate, he's ordered burger and chips. It's a Friday. And he comes downstairs and he's got rice, carrots and vegetable option. Right, carrots is the vegetable option, but it could be something as ridiculous as that. Instead of cake and custard, he's got an apple. Come on, Gov, you remember? You come round myself, took the number, blah, 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 blah. I filled it in myself. It was handed to me. I handed it back. No, that's what you've put. It's going to kick off, innit? Yeah, just... If you're just surviving on prison food, then it's very meagre. I mean, it's a fact. I'm not... And again, there's no sympathy. It's just stating facts. Prison dogs are afforded a bigger budget than prisoners. I think prisoners are less than £2 a day or something. They feed you just enough to keep you alive. Yeah, keep you weak, keep you alive, keep you hungry, keep you submissive, whatever the word is. Yeah, because again, you don't want to wait for your food. You don't want your food to be delayed in any way. So in some ways you behave more. So you can imagine it, innit? You've waited. You don't eat your breakfast because you get your breakfast at 5 p.m. with your dinner. So after your dinner, you've ate your cereal by 7, 8 o'clock, or 9, 10 o'clock, whatever p.m. You've ate that. So you wake up in the morning. You're not going to have breakfast because you've ate it the night before. Bag of Rice Krispies and a UHT milk. So you don't eat nothing all till lunch, and lunch is a sandwich and a bag of crisps. Maybe a chocolate bar, and possibly an apple. So that's at 12, half 11, 12, between 11 and 12. And then you've got to wait all that time till dinner. And in that time you're watching Ready Steady Cook, Gino D'Acampo, Gordon Ramsay, hotel nightmares, kitchen nightmares. You're watching all that stuff, getting absolutely starving. You watch Rick Dickinson's Real Deal and just wanted to give him a slap. But you're looking at all that money on the table and, God, mate, I'd love to rob that. Everyone does. Don't pretend you've never thought that. I'd love to take that money off that idiot. Finally, the chase has come on. You've come out your door, bang. You sort of like you're so hungry. You sort of like you want to hear the first question, but your doors are cracked. Bang, you're off. Dinner time. Give you the wrong number. Refusal to admit he's wrong. Some people are just going to take the pen off him and try and put it in his eyeball. I've seen numerous people get hit with a ladle. Wanted 2 burgers. The skis used to come through all the time and want double of everything. And it's only prison food, but it's actually got to be rationed out between everyone. And you give extra to your pals and all that maybe, and when you can get away with it. But when someone's just blatantly rude to you, you're not going to give them nothing, are you? Yeah, you're probably going to give them less and try and wind them up. But you're not going to do them a favour. And this geezer wanted extra all the time, wanted extra. So one day he's asked for extra. The geezer said no, and he said yeah, blah blah blah, backwards and forwards. Ladles come over, crack, just done him on the head, blood, because they're big old ladles and they're heavy, and yeah, the geezer didn't get an extra burger, unfortunately. The ultimate escalation of prison violence, and I've spoke about this before, but it's just come to me again, so I'll give it to you again. Was over a fake penguin bar. Penguin, chocolate biscuit. Do you want a chocolate biscuit? Only for a chocolate biscuit? I'm not going to say that joke, right? This wasn't even a real penguin biscuit. Pick up a penguin. This was fake. This was purple, right? It's come in a purple wrapper. For whatever reason, people used to call them purple Ronnies. I don't even know if anyone ever else did. This was in HMP Stocken in Leicester. They were friends. And the person was giving his friend his fake purple, or his real purple Ronnie, his fake penguin every day. Giving it to him every day at lunch or dinner. Used to get it at lunch, give it to him at dinner. He's come out one day. This person, have you got my chocolate bar? Technically, it's not his chocolate bar anyway. Person said, no, I ate it. I got hungry. You know, back in them times, you used to get a sandwich or a baguette actually with soup. Usually onion soup and well, whatever baguette, tuna baguette was pretty nice. Dipping it in. Said yeah, he got hungry. God forbid he got hungry in the 5 hours he had to wait between meals. Right, you got fed every 5 hours. Oh, sorry. Went okay. He weren't Tony Montana or anything. Okay. He went into his cell, broke his table leg off. And the table legs, they're solid, they'll do damage. Yeah, the tables would probably collapse like itself, would probably collapse like a WWE table. But actually they're pretty solid, to be fair. I take it all back. If you got a power bomb through that, probably do your back in. Definitely wouldn't want to take a power driver for it. But he took the table leg off. You know, sort of gets. It looks like a baseball bat, doesn't it? It's a table leg, right? So then he's walked off, gone into his cell, and just absolutely attacked him everywhere with it. Brutalised him. Yeah, there wasn't a spot on his body that he didn't beat. Afterwards, a couple of people sort of looked in, and it was like a horror scene. Yeah, claret, red gooey substances everywhere, and matey looked like, well, it didn't look like it. He was on his knees on the floor, but his body was arched over, face down on his bed. What are you going to do when you're in there? You know, someone said, Scov, he's in there, he's been, you know, he needs help. And that was it. There was this orange like stuff coming out of his ears, orange goo. Someone asked the screw what it was, and he said it was brain fluid. Or the next day, the ambulance comes to this man away. And yeah, someone said, like, what was that orange stuff coming out of his ears? And the screw said it was brain fluid. The geezer had got brain damage after that. Over a penguin bar, nothing. And why do people do that? That person was mentally unstable. They ended up carting him off somewhere, the person that did it. But the other ones, ego. I deserve 2 burgers. Even though I talk to you like shit, I deserve 2 burgers. Ego. Where does he get you? Nowhere. Prison. Banged up. Nothing but trouble. Let it go. What other people think means nothing. You'll realise that, and you'll have a much better life. Do your own thing. Go your own way. And you'll be alright, kid. Adios.